Hey guys, Moose here. Welcome back to another episode of The Long Dark. And as the name suggests, it's dark. Still daytime, we're just indoors. There's no light sources, so actually I could do something about that, but I don't want to because I don't want to use any lantern oil right now. In the future we will do that for... you know what? There we go. Let's just do it so that you guys can actually see what the hell's going on. There we go. Much better. I'm not going to break any of these down. Just kind of looting without putting in any extraneous effort in order to find or break down additional crap. So you don't really want to spend the time or calories on it at this point. Okay. Ooh. Ooh. Bonus. Fire barrel, those are common. Generally, if you make it indoors, you're going to find somewhere to start a fire, one way or another. It's either going to be a fireplace, a fire barrel, a like a furnace kind of thing, or like a stove. Stove is more what I mean, not really furnace. But you'll find something generally. Alright, using that pry bar. Balaclava, it's probably going to be... ooh, that might be useful. There's some good stuff here. Clothing is really what I need more than anything. Everything else I'm kind of like, especially on food, I'm like, okay. Whetstone's okay. Sharpen our axe and our... can I not get over here? Is that just like not accessible? It is, okay. Sharpen our axe and hunting knife if we need to. Hunting knife allows me... ooh, flare shell. It's kind of cool. I don't think I've ever found one of these before. So that, I don't think really matters. Ooh, that's actually really nice. I don't think that matters for me. But there's a challenge where you start with a flare gun, you have to get to a lighthouse and fire off a flare to get rescued. And that's like the challenge. Which I might do at some point. I've been kind of interested in that, but I'm not really any good at this game at this point, so we'll see what happens. That's useless. It's funny, there's some clothing that's just like, there's literally no reason why you would ever want to use it. It's trash. It's always trash. Yeah, like you can see here. Ooh, that's actually good. That's even better. Is it better than this? I can't put it here. Okay, well, that solves that problem. Look, 0.2, that's terrible. Okay, we'll wear the balaclava and look absolutely horrifying. And... it's better, but worse against wind chill. I think I'm going to keep the scarf for now. These are awesome. Look at that. Don't we look horrifying now? Look like we're going to kill someone. This is good. It's lower quality, but yeah, okay. We're happy with where we're at here. Decent running shoes, yeah. The shoes are really like the main issue now. We need boots. You don't want to be wearing running shoes in the snow. I think that goes without saying. Alright, I think we're done in the barn. Right? I'm like fairly certain we've gotten everything we can out of here. So let's head on out the way we came in. Go ahead and extinguish this, stop wasting oil, put that away, and head on out. I'm sure by now I've probably gotten a couple comments about like, oh, you missed picking X, Y, or Z up. Yeah, I'm sorry about that if I did. 10 hours of daylight and it's this dark? Wow. I apologize if I missed anything. I'm not the most observant sometimes. I think I'm usually pretty good, but I don't really trust myself to be good. So this is actually a little bit of a problem because we've limited our visibility somewhat with this fog. I'm assuming it's also a bit colder and we're having some warmth issues despite our substantially improved clothing options. Feels like -13. That's not that bad. Well... okay, so the way they do temperature here is a little weird. When it says feels like -13, it's not saying that the temperature outside is -13, or even feels like -13. It's with your clothing, you feel like it's -13, which is a little... as your clothing changes, it gets hard to judge the relative... how do I put this? Badness? Relative, there's a word for this, it's not coming to me. The relative, like, difficulty of a particular weather condition. Just because it's not as bad the later in the game you are. Or the more you've played. That's not a building. No. Okay.
Damn.
Alright.
I'm freezing.
Risk of hypothermia again. I think that's sort of... we could have just holed up in that, in the farmhouse, or gone back that way, but I don't really want to backtrack here. Knowing that we've already looted it, I think it's time to continue on. So, following the river here is not ideal, but the road's a little bit far away. So, follow the river for now, see what we find. I would like to probably get back by the road, if I had to pick. But the important... basically what we're looking for right now is we're kind of okay on resources. We're really just looking for somewhere to hold up. Like a extended, little bit bigger area where there's some nearby buildings that we can kind of loot and stay in. That's kind of what we want here. Okay, it looks like we're getting into a forested area, which makes me feel like there's not going to be as many buildings. Let's see if we can head towards the road. I have a tendency to get lost in this game, so I apologize if you're screaming at me right now saying that I'm going the wrong way if I want to go to the road, but I think I'm going the right direction. I think it was like a little over this way. Got some deer or elk or whatever they want to call them. I think they're deer. But actually, that reminds me, I have a picture of this too, which I might post at some point, even though it's like a really shitty blurry picture because it was on my, like, I think it was taken with my phone, which at the time was a Razr, if you remember those, the RAZR Motorola little snap phone thing. It was actually, most of them apparently broke really easy. Mine lasted a long time. I still have it, actually. But I think I took this picture on it, and the camera was not good. It was trash. So the picture looks like shit. But when I was, I lived in, at that time, a townhouse at the University of Toronto. And it was, you know, basically the dorms, but there were no dorms. The dorms up there were townhouses, which is very nice because you get your own room and everything. It was a major factor in my decision to go to school there. So it was great, and I was down in the kitchen one night. I think I was trying to cook something. It might have been pizza. Don't recall exactly what it was. It was usually either pizza or some kind of pasta dish, or stir fry. But usually, yeah, I think we're getting back by the road because you see the power lines there. It's usually like pasta with salmon. But I looked out the window and there was a deer just kind of like out there, like just outside the window, which we were on kind of like next to a forest a little bit. It's like a, not like a preserve, it was just like a green space that the city was preserving. Like there's like a strip of, not park, but like basically forest that the city deliberately leaves alone for like ecological reasons, and probably also like it's beneficial to the community to have it there. It's pretty cool. I walked through it a few times. There are some trails and stuff. It's very beautiful. I had pictures of that too, which I enjoy a great deal because as shitty as Canada can be in the winter, and as gray and dark and depressing as it can be up north in the winter, when summer hits, it's green as fuck. There we go. We needed boots real bad. Everything is green. It's great. I love it. Yeah, let's put on our work boots. Nice. Okay. Can I do anything about this? No. Okay.
I'm not gonna be able to carry this load for much longer.
Okay, I'm overburdened apparently. We'll deal with that. We'll eat some food or something. Rifle ammo. That's surprising. We're finding a lot of, like, valuable stuff early. I prefer not to use the guns, to be honest. I'd rather get a bow, but I've never been able to make a bow, so who knows. But yeah, so I saw this deer outside our townhouse. We had, like, a sliding glass door in the back and, like, windows in the kitchen. I think it was out front. I have to look at the picture again to kind of figure out where it was situated, but I think it was out front. Which means it was like in the center of like a bunch of townhouses, right? Where everyone would like walk outside of their house to go to class and stuff. Just hilarious. Just, I don't know why the hell it was there. Looks like we got a corpse up here. I was just kind of hanging out, looking around. But I looked closer, the fucker only had 3 legs. Lost a leg, must have been hit by a car or something. Or got caught in a trap, or who knows. I have no idea what would cause a deer to lose one of its legs, but still survive just fine, because it didn't appear to have any issues. End of the road. So I'm going to take that literally and say we cannot go any further this way. Which may be our death, to be completely honest with you here. We're not in good shape. I'm going to eat something, actually. I have to get an energy bar in us. Let's get one more. We are freezing. I do not like that. We may need to start a fire here. We do have accelerant, so we can probably do it, but I don't really want to do that, to be honest with you. Let's try and get on ground. I don't know if it matters, but yeah, Toronto was, I don't know, like, look, Toronto's the 4th largest city in North America, I think. It's behind New York, obviously, Mexico City, obviously, and maybe San Francisco? Is San Francisco the 3rd biggest city in North America? I don't think it is. LA. You know what? Maybe it's LA. But anyway, I think Toronto, at the time at least, because I looked it up at the time, because it was interesting, is the 4th largest city in North America. So it's legit, you know? It's a city. But I was in the suburbs a little bit. I was in Scarborough, which is to the east of Toronto, and it's close-ish. Well, the whole thing, everything's close to the Great Lakes, but you know, it's a little cold. It was, like I said, like around -10 a lot of the time, but for being a city that big, ooh, these textures are trash. We gotta work on that. It's probably a bug or an oversight or something. That's not supposed to look that way. For being that kind of, you know what? You know what? That's stupid. We should just keep going this way. Yeah, let's just, you know what? Maybe start a fire and keep going this way. The problem is we're tired. You need caffeine, maybe? What do we got? This helps with energy, maybe? Coffee would help with energy, right? So if we start a fire, we'll make some coffee. And we're probably going to want to start a fire soon. Let's take a look here. 51 per... Okay, that's bad. Let's start a fire. That's not what I meant to do. I would like to use the accelerant. Let's use firewood. Or no, let's use reclaimed wood, because it'll... Reclaimed wood isn't as good. Which means that we will...
Damn it.
Seriously? Did we really just waste our accelerant? God damn it. But basically what I was saying was we'll use up the reclaimed wood faster because it's not as good as firewood. So we'll get it out of our inventory, basically.
Come on.
But yeah, Toronto, basically the point that I was working to was despite being such a massive city, sprawling city, it's got some real beauty to it. Like there's some places, not just architecturally, but natural beauty that are just awesome. Like the green area, I forget what it's called, but it's green something. The whole point is like they're keeping it green in order to, that's not what I want to do. There we go. That's also not what I wanted to do. Just drop it. There you go. it's beautiful. That's all. I don't know what else to say. Let's make one here. Get some coffee. We're still a little thirsty, so that'll be good. Go to food. It's not here, just that. Okay. Cup of coffee. It's a nice little logo on the mug there that we produced out of nowhere. This will warm us up as well. So, okay. That's good. So we've got a little, you know what, maybe we want one more for the road. It'll get cold quickly, but it's better than nothing, you know? But yeah, it was just, it's really beautiful. There's a lot of trees up there that were very nice. I enjoyed it a lot. This turns into tea, I think. Don't need any water. Let's, you know what, we don't need any tea. We're just basically gonna wait on the fire here. And I want to go soon here. I don't want to waste too much time. Because we got a lot of distance to make up. Might find some more houses along the road, because I think we're further down the road than we were previously, but... Ah, shit. I think we just go. No, you know what? No. Let's pass an hour here. Warm up completely. Get out. Okay. We're out. I'm going to... Oh, what do you mean it's cold? Fuck. That quickly? Shit, that's not ideal. It'll keep us from getting completely exhausted, though. But yeah, there's a lot of natural beauty up there, and I don't think Canada gets enough credit for... I mean, obviously you get credit for the forests and stuff, but even in the towns, you know, let's look into dropping some things, because we're having some issues. Drop. 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 Yeah, wool socks can go. I think we're good on clothing then. A lot of branches, that's taking a significant amount of weight. Maybe we carry too much food, is that the issue? I don't want to drop food. That seems like a really bad idea. Oh man. It is food though. It's totally food. Shit. You know what? It's tough. Let's just go. We'll see. Maybe that'll be fine. We did drop a significant amount. You know what? We won't probably want to get near the other side here, even though it's in the snow. Nope, you're not giving me the windshield icon, so that was useless. Let's head back to the ground. Move a lot quicker here, I think. But yeah, Canada gets credit for natural beauty in the wilds, like up, you know, where no one lives, there's no city or anything, but even the cities, especially winter, don't get me wrong, winter is hideous. Everything is gray. Even if it's not gray, it looks gray because it's human psychology when it's the winter. You don't recognize colors as much, they're less vibrant. But once summer hits, man, it's beautiful. The sun's up all day because you're pretty far north. Everything's green and beautiful and colorful. There's always birds. There's wildlife everywhere. Everything comes out. The only wildlife that sucks is the fucking geese or assholes, but everything else is great. It's just really nice. Not at all like this. Like, this is desolate hell. Ooh, we found houses. We found a town. Did I miss these before? Was this the bridge we're at and I just completely ignored the houses? I think this is a completely different bridge. Oh, we got some looting to do. Yeah, don't worry, buddy. You're gonna be inside soon. You're gonna be nice and... There's a wolf. Okay. Wolves don't scare me that much, to be honest. Come get some, you little shit. They take their time getting you up. Nope, he saw me. Alright. Alright, well, we'll ignore him for now, mostly. Alright, what do we got? Do some looting. Might sleep in here, depending. We're not even that cold. This is actually great. We're doing fine. Just fine. Hypothermia risk is probably past? Yeah, we're good. Conditions not great overall. But there's nothing we can really do about it. We just need to rest, basically. And I'd like to get to that other house. We're gonna get some fuel for wood here. Break down some more planks. I don't know if I want to do that. Peaches. Yeah, I kind of want to get to the other house now. Let's risk wolf attack. And then we can end the episode in the larger house, which is the whole idea here. Come get some, you little shit. I don't know where he went. Alright, maybe he fucked off. It's a little unclear how time passes in these games, but that is going to do it for today's episode. So thank you very much for watching. Hope you've enjoyed it, and I hope you'll join us for the next one as well. Take care, guys.